respected panelists on the dais, and my dear delegates. It's a interaction session, I was told, and this is the afternoon session. The food was very good. I had the chance to taste the food also. When we talk about e-transactions, I think we could have had some discussions, but here it is little, I think the temperature is little more congenial for a nap. Friends, I am here to tell you about the transactions that can happen through a banking channel. Whatever transaction that you want to do. Coming to branch, you want to do some certain transactions. All those transactions can happen through electronic mode. See, this e-transaction, why it is required and why it is to be promoted. I think that is the crux of the issue here. Now, if something is convenient to me, something is beneficial to me, I'll go for that. Now, e-transaction is such a thing that is quite convenient to me and that is quite beneficial to me also. If you have opted for these e-transactions, you need not have to come to the branch. You need not have to see the face of that serious branch manager, stand in the queue, wait for hours, and then get your work done. I said whatever you are doing while going to whatever transactions you are doing in brick and mortar branch, you can do all those transactions through e-transactions. Take the simple example of sending money to your son. My son is studying in Chennai, so I want to send some money to my son. Now it is as simple as that. I'll open my laptop. Okay. My son is having account with say HDFC Bank, whereas I have account with my Bank of Maharashtra. I'll do an internet transaction. If the amount is say more than 2 lakh rupees, I can go for RTGS, wherein my account gets debited and my son's account gets credited immediately within a fraction of a second. Not only that, my son will get an SMS stating that his account is credited by that amount. He can walk into a nearby ATM and simply withdraw the money. That is as easy as that. If the amount is less, then probably it will be through NEFT. Even if he doesn't have an account with any of the banks, sir, there is a system of transferring money even if you don't have the account. IMT, instant money transfer. You need not have to have the account. Even then, money can be transferred. The beneficiary need not have to have the account. Even then, the money can be transferred. In this case, even if my son doesn't have the account, what I'll do is, I'll go for IMT. One SMS will go to my son's mobile. It will contain some coded message. And then I'll again be transmitting another message. When these two messages are put in, he can go to the ATM and then he can type all these two messages and then withdraw money. So the technology is there. It is for the convenience of everybody. And we can make use of that. Now we want to make the payment of, say, electricity bill. Now, the thing is, in Mumbai, it is very difficult to locate a place where I can go and pay my electricity bill. Or I don't have time. I need to leave my house maybe by, say, morning 7 o'clock, and then I'll be back home maybe by 9 o'clock night. I don't have time. So what I can do is, there are 2-3 options here. One is that I can instruct my bank, fix some amount and give a mandate to the bank that up to this amount you pay the bills. That is one way of doing it. Or else I can instruct, I can give a mandate like it's called ECS. And if I give that particular debit mandate, bank will debit that account and then it will credit. And the third thing may be, using the internet I can make the payment. So these are the very convenient mode of transactions which you can immediately do that. Now the e-transaction doesn't have any location specific barriers rather. E-transaction can be had anywhere, anytime, 24/7. Say I want to send money to somebody, so today it is holiday, how to do that? Need not be. It can even then, it can happen even then also. Now that RBI has come out with a new, this one, NGRTGS, new generation, next generation RTGS, which is going to enable transfer of money even on holidays also. Our friend here from NPCI, he has already elaborated about the IT platform that is there for IMPS, AEPS, all these things. These are the things that are going to be in future. Now, friends, banks have got their own target for encouraging e-transactions. I can reveal this as regards the Bank of Maharashtra is concerned. We have around 8 lakh transactions per day, sir. In a day, our bank is having around 8 lakh transactions, out of which around 35% of that, around 3 lakh transactions are through e-transactions. Now the target is to have 50% of the transactions through e-transactions. Now to achieve this, what we are doing is, we are giving certain incentives for the persons who are doing the e-transactions. You may be knowing that if you have an ATM card and if you withdraw using your ATM card, we will give you a reward point. Using the reward point, you can encash those reward points. And during that particular period, if you make purchase using the ATM card, ATM cum debit card, using the POS, point of sale terminus, again the reward points will be there, then that can be converted into cash. For the next purchase, you can just encash it. So like that, reward points are given. You may be aware that the credit cards, whenever they are given, you get the reward points. And then reward points can be exchanged to some gift and other things. So that's how we are going to encourage it. Now the target being 50% of total transactions to be e-transactions, we have set our own goal that we will make it as 75% of the transactions. And we are on to achieving that. I have the detailed workout of that, and we are into achieving all those transactions here. Now, it is for all government organizations and also for the banks that whatever the payments that we make to the vendors, that has to be necessarily through e-payment, e-transactions. So if I have to make some payment to IBM or some other supplier, it will be necessarily through RTGS or NEFT. So that is achieved. In the same fashion, friends, what we can do is, on our own we can do all these things. So if I want to withdraw money, I will go to ATM. If I want to deposit cash, I will go to ATM, and there is a facility to deposit cash. If I want to deposit check, yes, I will go to ATM and deposit the check. If I want to send money, I will do it using my internet banking. So all these things, when we do it, it is most convenient to us. Not only convenient, it is profitable to us also. Because, and it is, it is quite a secure thing. It's quite a secure thing as long as I protect my identity. I protect my password, and I'll use the secure network using my own laptop or PC. So that way, we can be very much sure. So I think these are some of the areas wherein we can deliberate all these things, and I'm open to all your questions. Thank you very much, sir.